Well, Malachi Harris, the teen accused of killing 13-year-old Savannah Copeland, appeared in juvenile court today. Copeland was found stabbed to death on a Powell trail. This was back in October of 2024. Now, this is a transfer hearing today in which the judge will now decide whether to grant the state's request to try Harris as an adult. No decision has been made at this time. Court has ended for the day and will pick back up tomorrow morning. Several witnesses, though, took the stand today, including Malachi's younger brother. He testified he was with Savannah and Malachi that night in the woods. He believed they were going to give Savannah a vape. He said Malachi had a knife with him, and at one point he was separated from them. When Malachi returned alone, he said his wrists looked red. As they walked home, he said Malachi threw his hoodie in the woods and the knife into a gutter. When they got home, he says Malachi told him, "All you need to know is it was self-defense." When he learned Savannah was missing the next day, he told his grandfather they were with her, and his grandfather took the two to talk to police. Again, that hearing will continue tomorrow. Next on the 7 for you tonight, we are learning the name of the suspect in a fatal stabbing at the Morgan County Correctional Complex. The suspect is 34-year-old Reginald Steed. He is currently serving a 27-year sentence for aggravated assault, especially aggravated robbery, and attempted voluntary manslaughter. The victim has been identified as 35-year-old Correctional Officer Dustin Pedigo. The Tennessee Department of Corrections says the facility was immediately secured following the stabbing and remains on lockdown. Steed was reportedly taken to another facility, and TDOC says there is no ongoing threat to staff or the public. In a State House hearing just 2 days ago, TDOC Commissioner Frank Strada told Tennessee lawmakers this type of incident is his greatest concern.
One of the questions I had, what keeps you up at night? What do you worry about the most?
Staff homicide and inmate escape.
Some state lawmakers reacting today. Representative Ed Butler and Senator Ken Yeager releasing a statement that reads in part, quote, "The safety of correctional staff remains a top priority. This act of violence will be thoroughly investigated to ensure the individual responsible for this heinous act will be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law," end quote. Our next Big 7 story for you tonight, we're remembering longtime sports journalist Wes Rucker as his family held his funeral service today. Rucker was 43 when he died in a car crash last week that involved 5 vehicles on I-40 near Cedar Bluff. He covered University of Tennessee athletics for more than 2 decades across multiple publications and platforms like the Chattanooga Times-Free Press, ESPN Radio Knoxville, and 24/7 Sports before joining WBIR last year. Those who worked with and knew Wes say that he was incredibly hardworking and someone to look up to in the way that he reported. But he was also very open about what his loved ones meant to him.
And then when you factor in where he was in his life, he was somebody that he was happy, he was overjoyed to share what the people in his life meant. And the heartbreak of Wes passing, leaving behind his wife, leaving behind his son Hank, who Wes was so proud of.
Josh Ward, who you just heard from, worked alongside and knew Wes for a number of years. He says Wes was also expecting a baby girl and would have been a great girl dad. All right, moving down the list now. This afternoon, a victim speaks out after a harrowing encounter at Iams Nature Center. She recorded the incident, and the video shows a man who appears to be touching himself while following her. Randy Ramirez, the man accused of following her, has been arrested by Knoxville Police and is up on charges including public indecency, simple assault, and disorderly conduct, among others. 6 News returned to the scene with the victim, a woman named Jill. She told 6 News she actually went to the park because she was having a bad day. Then she noticed a man following her. Well, she stopped several times along the trail, hoping he would pass. Each time he stopped as well, about 20 feet behind her, following her toward a dead end where Jill started her recording.
He went out on that overlook right there, and I pulled out my phone to take a video of him because I wanted, and I sent it to my friend to let her know if anything happened to me, that was the person.
Jill says the man backed her into the dead-end area where she armed herself with a stick. She says she screamed at the man, and 2 other people at the park heard her scream. Court documents show the man now in custody is schizophrenic, has no control of his movements, and says he was not touching himself. But another woman has also filed a report against Ramirez, and Jill says she has heard from other people who encountered him as well. KPD says they are working now to verify those stories. A pedestrian trying to cross Chapman Highway that fatally was struck by a car has now been identified. The victim, identified as 74-year-old William Kirkpatrick of Knoxville. Knoxville Police responding to the area near Gwenfield Drive. This is around 8 o'clock last night, where they found the man who had been hit. Now, he was taken to UT Medical Center, where he later died. Crash reconstruction officers are working to piece together exactly what happened, but they do know the car was heading northbound at the time of the accident. Of course, we'll keep you updated on air and online as we learn more. For our final Big 7 story tonight, a recent study from the Tennessee Hospital Association warns that by 2035, the state could face a shortage of nearly 4,000 physicians. Here in Knoxville, South College is working to help close that gap, training more physician assistants to meet the growing demand. Now, the physician shortage in Tennessee is hitting family medicine, pediatrics, psychiatry especially hard. With the state's population aging, the demand for physician assistants is growing fast. Now, PAs are licensed to practice medicine and can work in a wide range of specialties. And in primary care, they handle many of the same responsibilities as physicians outside of major surgery. Don Yeager, Associate Dean and PA Program Director at South College, says the school is working to move more of these healthcare professionals into the workforce, warning that without them, some patients could be left without care.
One of the biggest needs that I see, especially for the state of Tennessee, but also nationally, is rural health care. There's such a huge shortage of professionals or physician assistants, physicians to practice, and people don't have that access, and so that is very worrisome.
South College's physician assistant program is 27 months long with around 80 graduates per year.